Okay, so in this first video, what we need to talk about is setting up your YouTube channel. And so I want to show you how to set up a channel correctly because this is really, really important. The first thing is you have to have a Gmail email. Okay, if you have a Gmail workstation, that's great, but you don't have to, but you definitely do need a Gmail email. Now, the Gmail email doesn't have to match your YouTube channel name, which was one of the mistakes that I made in the past because I kept trying to match up my email with my channel name. And because of that, I got hacked because what that actually does is it makes it easier for people to hack you because they can figure that out, right? And so that was something that I learned from Matt. And I was like, well, this is so cool because I don't have to worry about that anymore. And you don't, it's not important. So any Gmail email will do. But what's going to happen is you are going to sign in to Gmail. You can just go to google.com and click on email. Okay. So you sign into your email and then you'll be able to get to this right here with the 6 dots. And you click on that and you just click on the YouTube channel. And if you want to move it to the top, that's what I like to do is move my YouTube channel to the top. I might have my email right there. And then another thing that you're going to be using a lot is going to be Google Docs. So you want to put Google Docs up here and Google Sheets if you're following Matt because he shows you how to organize your keywords on Google Sheets and your Google Drive. So these are the main things that you want to have lined up. All right. So then you go to your YouTube channel. All right. And what we're going to do first is you're going to customize your channel. Now, you can start out with pretty much any picture right here and pretty much anything that you want to put right here with the logos. It's not that big of a deal when you're first starting your channel, but if you want to know how I created this art, then in my community, I think it's under the graphic design module. It's either that or the digital info product module. I show you exactly how to do this. Okay, so I'm not going to get into that right here. If you're on a PC, then the software that I used for this is called AAA Logo, and this is it right here. I love AAA Logo. I use it all the time. It's not that expensive, but anyway, that's what I use to create a lot of stuff, but there's all kinds of software out there that you can use. Because another way you can build the channel art that would probably be the best way if you're not familiar with this type of thing is to go to canva.com, because you can look up YouTube channel art and it will give you the exact right size and you can build it in Canva as well. So what you want to do here is click on customize channel. Now, it may ask you to do a 2-step verification. It's going to ask you to set up maybe a pass key, to double opt in on your phone, and things like that. And the reason for that is to help make sure that your channel doesn't get hacked, which is super, super important. I know it's a pain. We have to do it everywhere these days because of hackers, but what would be worse would be for your channel to get hacked and for you to lose all of your work. Okay, so go ahead and set up the 2-step verification. It will walk you through it, and it's better to be safe than sorry. That's the way I feel. Okay, so to change your channel art in the back, you just click on this and you just choose an image that you created on Canva or somewhere else, and you just upload it right here. And then the logo is the same way. You just click on that. You just choose a logo and upload it here. So that's the easy part. Then you put the name of your channel right here and then your handle. Okay, so you want your handle to be related to the niche market that you are going to be building your channel around. So that's why I have the one handle that's introvert marketers, one that is seller psychology, and this one is AI groundbreakers. All of the AI handles were taken. So that was the one I ended up coming up with, but it does have the word AI in it. And if you can, what I recommend is to buy the domain name as well. Now, that was something that used to be a big hang up for me because in the past, I wanted my domain name to match my social media handles across all of the platforms. And now it's like, I'm not really worried about that anymore. I just want the domain to match YouTube, and that's it. And you don't have to get a domain, but I would recommend it because you don't want somebody else grabbing it, is what I'm trying to say. And so you can do keyword research to help you to figure out a good handle. And you just come to YouTube and you just go to youtube.com/with the @ and just try some different things. And if a channel pops up, then you know it's taken. If not, it'll say this doesn't exist or something like that. And then that's when you know that that handle is available. I would do some research on this before choosing a handle because you can change it, but it's a pain to do that. And so the best thing is to get the right handle to begin with. So make sure you spend some time thinking about that. And in fact, watch this whole playlist because it's going to give you some ideas when we get into the keyword research about some other ways that will help you to choose that handle. Okay, so we're going to do that. So you want to put a handle here to make it easy for people to find. And then the description, I'm going to come back and put this later as well. But again, your description, you want it to have a few keywords, but you want it to read naturally so that it doesn't sound like it's just a bunch of keywords being stuffed together, right? Because they call that keyword stuffing, and you don't want to do that. It needs to be sentences that make sense, and you just put that here for your description. And then this is where you can add links. And I'm going to give you a good example of that right now. So I'm going to go to my other channel, the Introvert Marketing channel, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So in order to put a subscribe link here, you have to put after your YouTube URL $sub_confirmation=1. So let me show you what I mean. So right here, I'm going to put $sub_confirmation=1. All right, and then I'm going to copy that by hitting Control-C and just check it. And see what happens is this little subscribe button pops up. So I'm going to come here back to customize channel, and I'm going to add that link, and I'm going to say subscribe. Okay, and I'm going to put that link there. So that's the first link that I want to add to the channel. And then I'm building a landing page to an ebook that I wrote that I'm going to be using on here. So I'm going to eventually say, get your free book or something like that, and put the domain name, which I have, which is aigroundbreakers.com, right here. Okay, and then if you want to put any other links like a blog or any other social media accounts or anything that you're promoting, you would put it right here. Now for the contact email, that's where you would put an email that is going to be public. And this is where people can get in touch with you on YouTube. And you don't want to put like your main email because you're going to get a lot of spam and scams and things like that. So you have to be careful with that. But at the same time, when your channel gets bigger and it starts monetizing, then you may get legitimate offers of sponsors that are going to want to pay you to advertise on your channel. So you do want an email that you're going to be checking, that people can get in touch with you. And then for a watermark, like I have over here inside of Introvert Marketers, under my logos, the graphics, I have a little thing right here that I use for my watermark, because this is actually like what I use a lot for a logo. So I'm just going to put that in there as my watermark, and it will show up on all of the videos and protect me in case somebody steals my work. Okay, so that's what that's for. So once you get finished with all of that, you should have a button right here that says publish. You click on that, publish your changes, and then view your channel. And see, now I have a subscribe button there where people can click on that and subscribe. Okay, and then I'll be adding to this obviously as time goes on. But now I want to talk to you about the most important thing that I did not realize when I first built my YouTube channels in the past, is the YouTube Studio. Because I used to be like, I guess, afraid of the YouTube Studio. Not really afraid of it, but I just didn't understand it. And so there are a few things that you need to set up on the YouTube Studio just to get your channel started correctly. So you go to settings and you want to come over here to channel, and right here for basic info, you want to put your country, which for me is the United States. So I'm going to put that there. And then right here, these are channel keywords. And I'm going to come back and add channel keywords after we do the research. I don't have that done right now, but this is really important, because what happens is if you put channel keywords in here, then it's going to connect all of your videos together to those topics. And so what that means is when somebody watches one of your videos, then your other videos are going to have a better chance of showing up under the suggested videos, which means they'll go from one of your videos to another one of your videos, and they'll stay on your channel, which is really important for ranking on YouTube. And so that was something like I never set any of this up in the past. And it's really pretty easy and really very basic, but it's so important when it comes to setting your channel up correctly. And it's just going to help you rank, and it's going to help you grow. So this is really important. Then you can come over here to advanced settings, and right now the default says I want to review this setting for every video when it asks the question, do you want your channel to be for kids? And Matt recommends that you don't build channels for kids because, first of all, they can't pay you, right? And their parents are the ones who would have to do that. And the other reason is because it takes like a whole lot more reviews on kids' channels to make money than it does on adult channels. And the reason for that is because kids can't pay you, right? And besides that, there are a lot of rules and regulations around that are extremely important for the protection of children. And so it's best to just stay away from that and set it up immediately as no, this channel is not made for kids. And even if it's family friendly, which all of my videos are going to be family friendly, like it won't hurt for kids to watch it, but it's not for kids, right? And so that's what that means. Is it for kids? Not is it safe for kids to watch? Because that was confusing to me in the past. Because all of my videos are safe for kids to watch, but it's not for kids. So I need to put, no, this is not for kids. Now, one day we may come back and link a Google Ads account, but not right now. I'm nowhere near ready for that. So that's really the only thing you need to worry about right there under advanced settings. So I'm going to click save, but I want to go over one more thing first. Go back to channel. And so now I've got it set for that. And then the feature eligibility. So you've got 3 layers of feature eligibility. And my other 2 channels are fully enabled for all of this. But the reason that this channel is not is because YouTube only allows you to verify 2 channels a year. And I've already verified my 2 channels. Now, what I understand is that you can use like a spouse's phone or a family member's phone to set this up, which is what I'm going to do this weekend. But if you haven't set up a YouTube channel yet, it shouldn't be a problem at all. All that's going to happen is it's going to say verify phone number, and you put your phone number in there and it will send a code, and then you just put the code in, and then this is going to light up as enabled. But these intermediate features are really important because that's where you can set up custom thumbnails and you can have videos longer than 15 minutes. And this is funny to me now because for the longest time, I would try to put longer videos and it wouldn't let me. And I would be like, why does it let everybody else put longer videos, but it won't let me put longer videos? Well, this is the reason, because I didn't verify my channel. It's very simple, these things, once you figure it out. But if you don't know any better, you don't know any better, right? And I didn't know any better. But that's all you have to do there. And then for the advanced features, that's where you just are able to get monetized and do A/B testing with your thumbnails and all kinds of other things. And there's different ways that you can set this up. Now, the way I did it was I just did a video verification where I had my webcam on my computer take a picture of my face or a video, and I moved my head from left to right, and it verified the channel. Now, you could do it with a valid driver's license, but in my opinion, that's a little bit more complicated because you have to hold your license up in front of the webcam, and sometimes you can get that to work and sometimes not. But Matt said that the way he does it is he just says channel history, because he said after you've posted enough videos, it will automatically switch over to enabled. And he said it's not something you need to worry about right away. And so I didn't know that. So I got on camera and all this other stuff. But anyway, just know that I think for this channel, I'm just going to click on channel history and let it develop over time and enable later, because you don't need that right away. However, you do need to be able to put custom thumbnails and videos longer than 15 minutes. And that's why this is so important right here. All right, so that is the most important thing for starting your channel. There are a lot of other settings that Matt goes over in his course that I'm not going to go over in this video. I just want to make sure that you get your channel set up correctly so that you don't have the problems that I had. You don't get hacked, you don't get your channel shut down, you're able to have videos longer than 15 minutes, and you're able to put custom thumbnails. Okay, that's the purpose of this video. All right, so that's it for this video. In the next one, we're going to be talking about keyword research, and there are actually 3 different softwares that I'm going to be mentioning for keyword research, and you don't need all three of them, okay? And in fact, you can just wing it if you want to, but it is recommended to have at least one keyword research tool. And by the time you get to the end of this playlist, you'll have a better idea of how you want to go about it. So I'll see you in that next video.